Welcome back to Sun Valley Lanes in Lincoln, Nebraska for the Nebraska High School Bowling Federation State Championship. Our second match of the morning in girls play in Class B. The Blair Bears taking on the Scottsbluff Gering Cat Dogs. Let's take a look at the starting lineups. We'll begin with those Blair Bears, led by Tom Fisher. Kim Larson's the only freshman on the team. Brittany Corbin's a junior. Three seniors in Paige Bolton, Lissa McKeel, and Jash Villafranca. Kadisha Childs is a junior, as well as Presley Sternberg. Now over to the Scottsbluff Gering Cat Dogs, led by Yvonne Stitch, Shayla Sinner, Chelsea Fry, Sarah Kling are the seniors. Three juniors are Impfield, Satter, and LeMaitre. There's also a LeMaitre who is just a freshman in Kindred. So that's a look at the Scottsbluff Gering ladies and the Blair Bears for the Class B State Championship. You'll see the level of excitement, the number of fans, everything ratcheted up a few than our last match in Class D.
And you'll see a lot of purple.
Both of these teams wearing the purple. And we are ready to get underway in the Class B Girls State Championship. Scottsbluff Gering this year went undefeated all year long. Blair only lost once this year. Blair's only loss coming to the Pius X Thunderbolts. Thunderbolts were knocked off in the semifinals by that team there, the Scottsbluff Gering Cat Dogs. Cat Dogs led by Yvonne Stitch. She's been there 14 years. The Bears of Blair led by Tom Fisher. Both of these coaches with certification levels. Tom Fisher, a USBC bronze coach. Yvonne Stitch has been around the game for quite a while out in Scottsbluff.
She won the Nebraska Queens back in 2001. That's a high-end scratch tournament for the top, usually the top 30 or so ladies in all events, and it's a tough tournament. And right out of the gate for Blair with a strike.
Lissa McKeel starts it off, the senior, with the 3.9 GPA.
That's it.
Where'd that .1 go?
Choir and softball, but
here's Chelsea Fry for the Scottsbluff Gering Cat Dogs. Looks like she might have dropped that a little bit, didn't quite finish.
Came off her hand a little fast, ball kind of flattens out. A lot of these Blair girls have been around for a while. They've got a veteran-laden team, and Blair's had high school bowling up there at the Blair Bowl for several years. And quick double out of the gate.
Paige Bolton with the strike. So Paige, who was the district singles champion, throws a double up there right away on Scottsbluff Gering. Needs to finish, got up there in a good spare conversion. Chelsea Fry, who would like to bowl at Nebraska someday, with the conversion. Now up on the left-hand lane, here's Brittany Corbin for Blair. Brittany, a junior, averages 135. Comes in a little light. Nice pin action, leaves the 5-pin. So the early lead for the Blair Bears, they're on top by 9. Here's Sarah Kling. Kling, one of those Scottsbluff bowlers that was in the championship back in 2008. She starts it off with a big shot. Now the spare conversion for Corbin.
Oh,
tugged it a little bit.
Fast with her feet there, Larry. Her feet got kind of tangled up. She kind of almost looked like she might have stumbled over her toes a little bit there. So, you know, sometimes with your approach, it needs to be slow so you get to the line in balance.
Liz LeMaitre, who's got a very nice, smooth approach. Good finish. And LeMaitre throws up the double for Scottsbluff. Now back on the left lane, here's Kim Larson. Larson, a freshman. A little tug there, leaves the 1-3-6. Amber Satter. Satter was also in the finals here back in 2001, or I'm sorry, 2008. Satter pointing it off the corner. Got it. 3-bagger for the Cat Dogs. Big deep breath there by Kim Larson. And tugged a little bit. So a big advantage here for Scottsbluff after the double to start by Blair. A big time answer by Scottsbluff Gering.
This will be big lead. Well thrown, just pulled a little bit. Gets the break, Larry.
And the four-bagger for Scottsbluff. Those girls out quick. Here's a bowler who's been around for a while. Started every year since her freshman year, Jash Villafranca. Smart young lady as well. Comes up just a little bit light. Jash with a high score, high game and series in her district play. Had a 255 game, a 424 series. I'd like to go to Nebraska next year and study chemical engineering. It's hard for you to say, let alone study.
Not quite sure what that is, Larry.
So Jash, who averaged 180 on the year, will try to convert the spare and
great arm swing,
Blair
great
in
finish. Just in that heavier oiled portion of the lane there. That's where we've seen some earlier matches struggle.
So 3 straight opens by Blair and Scottsbluff Gering in control. Let's take a look at the girls Class B singles competition, which was held the day prior to this. Shayla Center, who's with Scottsbluff Gering, she was your individual medalist, shooting .619. Heidi Bomber finishing up her outstanding career at Pius X with a .561. Jody Sukup finishing in 3rd in the Class B girls competition. Amber Satter from Scottsbluff Gering, who you're seeing here today, she finished 4th, and Lindsay Woolley of Lexington was 5th. Of course, those top 5 are first team all-state performers. And so the first team captain, Shayla Center from Scottsbluff Gering. That cross is over. There's Chelsea Fry.
Kills the ball for the spare, makes it roll straight. Great move.
So a nice conversion, 127 through 5, a 50-pin lead right now by Scottsbluff Gering, and that margin continues to widen as Blair has now opened 4 consecutive frames. Tom Fisher trying to settle those girls down. There's Sarah Kling, and Kling spinning, can't get it to get back there and get the 7 out. So now the right-hand lane, Paige Bolton.
Senior says she's good under pressure in these situations. Close to the pocket, a little high. 4-7 spare. Now, cross lane, Larry, we've seen all sorts of struggles today with cross lane spares, and going across the heavy oiled portion of the lane to the 7-pin, sometimes it's tough to get the ball all the way over there, and that's an example of what I was trying to explain. As the ball struggles in that heavier oiled portion of the lane, it actually can't get to that side of the lane. So you either need to increase your angle or throw it straighter at the pin or start over on the left side. Same will apply here.
Good cover by Bolton. So Bolton gains on that lead by Scottsbluff. And the left-hand lane, here's Liz LeMaitre. LeMaitre likes to turn it up a little bit. She's got a little bit of hand in the ball.
Flips around the side, and her speed is soft enough where she gets good finish on the ball at the end. That's probably one of the stronger finishing balls we've seen so far. Comes in just a little high, leaves the 4. Let's see if Blair can answer.
Brittany Corbin. Now here's LeMaitre on the left-hand lane. Covers it up easily. And missing left. Blair just dealing with a little bit of nerves right now, it looks like. They will lose this first game, will the Blair ladies, and Scottsbluff Gering will take a 1-game-to-none lead. The best score that Blair can have right now is 166. And with 1 pin here, Scottsbluff already has that. So this game wrapped up and in the books by the Cat Dogs. And when you know that, your coaching philosophy changes a little bit. Now you're focusing, okay, let's get lined up. Let's make good shots. Let's settle down. Let's try to get back in this for games 2 through 5.
There's experience on the Blair side of the ball. There's Kim Larson there coming back with a strike. There's experience on the Blair team. It's got 3 seniors and only 1 true freshman, and that was Kim Larson. And so it's just a matter of getting your feet underneath you and making sure that you're in the right spot on the lane too. But hey, we've seen teams go down 0-2 and come back and win the state championship. So this is early.
You just got a feeling that might happen yet today. It seems to happen every year.
Several times. The thing about the Blair team is their arm swings all very straight. Good fundamental team. Straight arm swings. They release the ball well. Just a matter of getting settled down a little bit in the right spot on the lane.
Trips that 4-pin out of there, leaves the 6. Here's Josh Villafranca. Really a delightful young lady. Had the opportunity over the last 4 years to compete against Josh, and she always has a smile, always upbeat, and one of those young bowlers who everybody kind of gravitates to, regardless of whether you're bowling against her or bowling with her. Nice cover there.
Larry, we got to talk to Shayla Sinner there, the A bowler. It's up. It's going to be finished in the 10th frame on the left lane. She's going to Chadron State on a golf scholarship.
Yeah.
She ought to. Well, the inclement weather today we're experiencing would be a good day for her to go out and show us how to hit the ball straight. But 2-time state golf championship on the team, on the Scottsbluff Gering golf team in Class B. 9th individual. She's got 619 high series. Throws the ball very well. Look at that shot. Oh, just a little fast. She's happy with that result. We got a win in the books for the first game. So
212 to 144. So Scottsbluff Gering comes out on fire and throws up a big number early and takes a 1-0 lead. I just want to let you know, if you're interested in helping the effort to recognize high school bowling as a sanctioned varsity sport in Nebraska, please log on to NHSBF.com. You can contact your school's athletic director, let them know how important high school bowling is to you. Remember, 20 other state high school athletic associations understand the importance of high school bowling, including our neighbors of Iowa and Kansas. It's sanctioned there. Go to NHSBF.com today and find out how you can help. Scottsbluff Gering out to the early lead on Blair, 1-0, and this is exactly what Scottsbluff did yesterday in the qualifying to Pius. Great shot early on. They got on top of him and really didn't let up. Back-to-back 200 games, and really tough emotionally to get into it when you take charge that quickly.
Momentum. And now we'll see if Blair can answer. That's a much better shot.
Alyssa McKeel
with their Brooklyn.
Good shot by Alyssa McKeel, the senior.
You know, Blair, Larry, an interesting side note to the Blair coaching staff. One of the assistant coaches is a very familiar name to all of us in high school bowling for doing this television show for so many years, Michaela Radke. She's the daughter of the Seward girls coach, and Michaela is the assistant coach for Blair. And, you know, Michaela was on one of the best girls teams to bowl, really. You and I have been doing this show for a long time. And
that was an outstanding team. Reba Wilkie, Felicia Benish was just a sophomore that year. They had 2 Radke girls, Stephanie, and of course Michaela, who's here today. That was a terrific Seward team.
So you've got some experience on the bench there that can maybe hopefully translate to these girls to settle them down and know how to compete in this environment. But Scottsbluff's not making it easy on them. They're picking up their spares. They had that important 4-bagger in the first game. It's tough to fight against that. So need to get a spare here for Blair. They need to just stay clean, stay within striking distance, and maybe hopefully they can catch a break if there's an open frame.
And the other interesting side note to that story is that not only is Michaela Radke now an assistant coach for Blair, and she's facing here in a state champion Scottsbluff Gering, but when she was a player at Seward, her Seward team beat Scottsbluff Gering for their state championship. So she's been here before. You see her straight in the back there holding, kind of like tying the shoes of the bear for the Blair Bears. There's Michaela.
Get all the weapons you can get, including luck, to win down here. But she was just a great bowler, and they're a great team that year when they won. There she is when they won the state championship. So But right now, you know, maybe Scottsbluff, Gering is beginning to gear it back a little bit. Not as many strikes. First open frame by them for this game.
So a big opportunity here for Blair.
Spare here puts them in the lead. Actually, they are in the lead by about 6 pins. Spare will put them up by more than 10. And it's got to get there just about. So it's going to be.
Shot by Presley Sternberg. Just slides by. Presley, a junior.
4-pin lead for Blair going into the 4th frame of game number 2.
Here's Amber Satter. Satter crosses over. The junior with the strike.
She got to the foul line with a little off timing, and what we mean by that is she got there with her approach a little fast. She had to get her arm swing to catch up with her footwork kind of quick, and that caused her to pull the ball, but got the break with the Brooklyn strike.
Good shot there by Kim Larson, the freshman.
Kim's dad, Jimmy, has bowled for a long time in the Omaha area. Got her started bowling at the age of 4. Oh.
Good ball there by Shayla. Shayla, the leader of this team. She's a senior, averaging 171. That's a team high. Interesting point here, Steve. You know, in district competition, when you're bowling head-to-head against your opponent, you bowl 2 games, and if you win your head-to-head match, the person bowling against you, you get 1 point for that. So there's a total of 8 points in every game, the 5 individual points plus 3 for a team. There were 3 girls on the Scottsbluff Gering team that did not lose a point all year long.
Unbelievable.
Shayla didn't lose a point. Sarah Kling did not lose a point, and Amber Satter. All 3 of those won every match they played against their opponent this year.
That's just a testament to skills and coaching and really keeping it together too. You know, keeping it together emotionally and mentally. That is hard to do in men's league play. You know, in scratch bowling.
Right.
Switching the ball here, Jash is going to switch to a hard plastic ball to go cross lane at the spare. Good idea. There's pluses and minuses to that. Sometimes switching to a different ball allows you to change the grip, but it worked.
So there's your score through 5. Scottsbluff Gering with a 7-pin lead with spares up in the 5th. Hey, I want to remind you, you can preserve these great championship memories forever with a DVD copy of the NHSBF Federation Championships. Log on to NHSBF.com, follow the links, and get your copy of either the boys or girls state championship DVD. You can do it today. Preserve those memories for a lifetime.
Nothing like having the memory of you and I for a lifetime in your home, right, Larry?
Right. Poor folks.
Or nightmare.
That's right. Here's Kendra LeMaitre. Kendra, the freshman.
Threw a good shot. Just a light pocket hit, bad break, left the 4 and the 5. Pace is slowed down a little. Sorry, Larry. Pace is slowed down here a little bit. It's kind of, I think people are beginning to think here now that there's a lot on the line.
So Kendra LeMaitre gets 1. She was named Freshman Bowler of the Year for the Cat Dogs. Now back over to Alyssa McKeel. Alyssa, the senior, needs a spare conversion. Oh, just drops that 6 right in front of the 10. Ball finished just a little high to get that 10-pin.
Scottsbluff down by 9. Here's a chance to, or excuse me, up by 9. Chance to give them more breathing room. Great shot.
Nice ball by Sarah Kling.
Watch Sarah's approach. Slow, heel to toe, meaning it's heel toe as you walk. That keeps your approach slow. Allows you to finish with more leverage and in balance at the foul line. Blair needs a strike here, Larry, to even it up. Chance actually to go in the lead.
Paige Bolton, right through the heart. What do they call it, the Greek church?
Yes.
Leaves.
The 4, 6, 7, 9, 10. Best thing to do is to go with the 3, the group of 3 on the right, and hopefully get lucky and bounce something out or slide something over. Scottsbluff could have reclaimed the lead there, Larry, or excuse me, extended their lead, and
Kling just slides that by. So now important here, Paige Bolton at least get 3, and she does. So keeping it close, big break there for Blair, given that Scottsbluff really could have extended that 10-pin lead. It's now 100-90 in the 7th frame. Here's Liz LeMaitre. Liz got it! 7-pin goes late.
It was a powerful shot. Sending the head pin in the 5 into the 7, knocking it over at the last minute.
Presley Sternberg there. Now really a dagger can be shot across the bow if Amber Satter can put one in here. Satter, captain of the color guard, plays golf as well. Got up, got it. Good mixer by Amber Satter. She was here back in 2008. Been a part of this team since her freshman year.
It's a big spare if she can get it, Larry. Great job.
What a conversion by Presley Sternberg.
Keeps them within striking distance, but boy, they're going to need one of these Scottsbluff Gering ladies to stub their toe here. Otherwise, they're going to be up 2-0.
Comes up a little light, but that'll do it. I'm not sure what Coach Stitch is holding her head about there, but 169 if she spares and strikes. 57 already. And this one's over as well.
Yes.
They've already won it by 1 pin, regardless of a spare or not. So
it's a winner there.
Yep, the Scottsbluff Gering ladies come out and they take this second one. She's going to shoot 160 and count. Blair, the best they can shoot, will be 156.
Here's where you might see a little bit of coaching strategy. You've got the 10th frame coming up for Blair. You've struggled now. You've got 3 opens in the last 4 frames, actually 5 opens in the last 6 frames. You might make a substitution here for the 10th frame. Give people a chance maybe to get off the bench that might not see some playing time, or maybe see if you can find yourself a hot hand that you can put in to stop the onslaught here.
Yeah, generally, you know your anchor bowler is going to be there. Like obviously Jash, but you might sub for her to try somebody else out to see if you can substitute someone else somewhere else in the lineup for the next few games.
Or maybe she tries a different piece of equipment that might make a difference. That was a great shot. She just really has a great, compact and simple game, and just a beautiful smile. Obviously, she's so. I don't know if she's embarrassed to be on TV or happy, but. Watch her approach as you go up. As she goes up, you'll just notice how when she finishes, she's pointing straight towards the pin. She doesn't fall away from the shot. There's another strike. Oh, just a bad break there.
Yep. But a good shot once again by Jash Villafranca, who's also first chair All-State playing the saxophone. So a multi-talented young lady in Jash Villafranca. But Scottsbluff Gering in that game shoots a 168. Down a bit from that 212 of game number 1, but they have taken, as you see, the high fives all the way around for the Scottsbluff Gering ladies. Jash just slides that back, so they will finish with a 133. So Scottsbluff wins that one by 35 pins, 168-133, and now Scottsbluff Gering in the cat-dog seat. Or is that cat-bird seat?
It works either way, Larry. Yeah, that's pretty good. Well, Coach Fisher from Bear rallying the troops. From Blair, I should say. They are the Bears. But it's just trying to tell them to relax, pick up your spares.
Just a reminder, there's still plenty of time to pick up your state high school bowling championships apparel, shirts, sweatshirts, bowling towels, bag tags. You can get them all at NHSBF.com. Really, that's kind of your one-stop shop for everything if you go to NHSBF.com. All kinds of information on high school bowling, and you can get a DVD, you can order some apparel, you can learn about the effort to sanction high school bowling in the state of Nebraska. Good shot there to lead it off for Blair. That's Lissa McKeel.
Might be the shot in the arm needed, carrying a call a squashing strike right on the head pin. Everything falls.
Now into the game, Kelsey Empfield. Empfield named the most coachable by her coaches. Empfield. You talk about the release, and she actually has a nice release. She comes around the ball, but she's a softball pitcher as well. She's the starting pitcher in Scottsbluff in softball.
Well, basically, when you're an athlete like that, Larry, yeah, it'll translate well into any sport. Chance for Blair to get the big double, and instead a tough spare, the 1 and the 3 and the 8. Watch Kelsey's approach. She's just similar to Josh Villafranca on the Blair team. Slow approach, and the balance is the key here. Is when you get to the foul line, that you're in balance and you don't fall away from the shot, as we call it. In balance, straight at the 3 and the just a little bit of a hook at the end there. Looks like she lost the ball just a little bit. You heard that bump when she let it go. Sign that the ball might have came off of her hand a little prematurely, and that will cause it to hook early. So, chance for Blair to get back in it here, to take a bigger lead. Tough spare.
Not quite. So now up on the right lane is Sarah Kling. You know, all these kids have some kind of superstition, and Sarah says she has to have her green bracelet on her left hand, her left wrist. Trips that 4-pin forward. She's got her green bracelet on today, so there it is.
Substitution for Blair.
Here's Kadisha Childs. Kadisha, a junior. The 1-3. So let's see if Sarah Kling can pick up the 5-pin, and got it. So that pulls the Cat Dogs back to all even here in game number 3. Kadisha looking for the spare, covers that 1-3.
Good sign to come off the bench cold and just go right in there, you know, and we've seen all sorts of troubles with spare shooting already today, so big shot here for Elizabeth Maitre. Kim Larson now, who had a key strike in the first game, and then an open. Good shot, Larry, right in the pocket.
And got it, trips that 5 out of there. Big shot by Blair.
She just sawed the, I'm sorry, Larry, didn't mean to step on you. She sawed the 5 into the 7.
Now the shot by Liz Lemaitre. Good cover. So Lemaitre with the spare. And we are all even through 3. Here's Josh Villafranca.
Good shot.
Needs to finish.
Just looks like she's a little further inside there than she was when she started. She was a little further to the right side of the lane. That ball looked like it was going to finish and got in that heavy oil and went straight. So chance for Scottsbluff to get after it.
Amber Satter comes up just a little bit light.
Washout, Larry, the 1, 2, 4, and the 10. Josh is going to have to get the ball on the left side of the head pin, send it over to the right to the 10, and a little too much.
So an open door here for Scottsbluff.
Spare here will put him within 10, Larry. Straight at the 2, 4, 5.
And a nice cover. So Satter with a high game of 288 and 670. Covers up the spare. And so now Shayla Center will close out the first half of the game for Scottsbluff.
Hook.
And got it. So Shayla Center with the strike, and we are back to even. 2-pin difference between these two teams. Scottsbluff Gering actually taking a lead with that one. Hey, I want to remind you, if you're interested in helping the effort to recognize high school bowling as a sanctioned varsity sport in Nebraska, you can do so by logging on to NHSBF.com. Contact your school's athletic director and let them know how important high school bowling is to you. 20 other high schools, 20 other states across the nation have high school bowling.
More every year. Working hard on getting the athletic directors and principals and superintendents of the schools, high schools in the state of Nebraska on board. Every year, a little more progress is made.
So now the shot on the right-hand lane by Alyssa McKeel to cover up the single pin. Needs to hook. Got it. So good cover by McKeel. Senior comes through. Now Kelsey Impfield back on the left-hand lane. Impfield, a junior. 4.0 grade point average. A smart young group of ladies here. Scottsbluff Gering squad. And the open there. Hands an opportunity back to Blair. You see Tom Fisher getting up and having a conversation with Paige Bolton before she throws this shot. Bolton right up the boards. Rushes that head pin on the way by, leaves the 2-pin, but a very makeable spare for Bolton. And that has given the lead back to Blair by 2 pins, 95-93. Blair on top here in the 6th. They trail 2 games to none. Great shot and can't get the 7 out. So what else do I have to do? I don't know.
Well, it just finished a touch high, but just a bad break. That's the way it goes. You need to sit back down, take a breath, or just pick the spare up. That's all you can do. Make a play. It's got a hook, Larry. Did not.
Just slid by on the right-hand side. So now Sarah Kling can give the lead back to Scottsbluff with a mark here.
If they can conquer going cross lane, and I think she knew when she let it go that it wasn't going to get there. Big time struggles with going cross lane at the 7 pins for the right-handers today.
So Blair holds on to the lead at 104-102 through 7. We're in the 8th frame, and here's Kadisha Childs.
Picked up a tough spare earlier to give her team a little bit of a lift. Good shot.
Great ball by Kadisha. Blair finished 10-1 on the season this year in districts. Scottsbluff finished undefeated. And that shot by Liz LeMaitre goes right through the heart. Leaves the 4-6-10.
Blair's in a tough district too. They've got Gretna in that district. Both boys and girls teams are tough. Got a lot. Got Pius and others. Well,
slid by.
Pace is beginning to drag a little here. I think we're seeing some pressure, Larry. So,
yep. So back-to-back single pin opens by Blair in a match in which they really need. And now a 4-pin advantage to Blair, 113-109. Comes down to who is going to be able to finish. Here's Kim Larson for Blair.
That's a good strong release right up the boards. And
great shot.
Great shot. Just
a couple of nice shots by Kim Larson that just haven't carried. Now here's Amber Satter. Satter, a junior.
Hold it, Larry. Oh, what a tough break.
5-10.
Spare here by Kim Larson, and that's going to
be a big shot, wouldn't it?
Yeah, that'll force Scottsbluff to either have something bad to happen to Blair or not. But
well, now it's back-to-back-to-back single pin opens by the Bears. 122 Blair has in the 9th. With a spare here, Scottsbluff will take the lead. Otherwise, they'll still trail.
No chance.
What a run! What a shot! The 5-10, she knocked it down. Amber Satter What a ball for the Scottsbluff Gering Cat Dogs, and they take the lead. Now here's Josh Villafranca to answer.
Needs a strike bad here, Larry.
All right. Crosses it over. Leaves a 3-pin.
Well, yeah, I'm sorry, Larry. You know, Scottsbluff, their anchor bowler, Shayla Center here. Well, Mark pretty well wraps it up. Let's pick it up.
So left to 5-9. Picks that up and count. Good count, and Scottsbluff is the state champ. But first, Josh has to have this spare. Must cover it and does. So now Josh with a strike can force can force Scottsbluff to pick this up and get 6 to win. Need this spare.
Chop.
Good cover. Boy, some pressure situations by your 2 anchor bowlers, and Shayla Center picked it up. Now Josh needs good count here to force Shayla Center.
Shot.
Nice ball by Josh. So good finish for Villafranca, 141. And she needs 5 pins, and Scottsbluff is a state champ. 5 pins for the title. Looks good. Got it. And there it is. Scottsbluff Gering, the Cat Dogs, do it in 3 straight. They're state champions, knocking off the Blair Bears 3 games to none. 144-141. The final in the 3rd and final game. So a 3-0 championship by Scottsbluff Gering. When we come back, we will chat with the champion Scottsbluff Gering Cat Dogs. We'll have your trophy presentations and talk to the winners. That's next on NET Sports.
Her, probably.
And welcome back to Sun Valley Lanes. The Scottsbluff Gering Cat Dogs, your state champions. They do it in 3 straight games, and with the champions is Steve Simpek. Steve.
All right, ladies, congratulations. We are here with Yvonne Stitch, the head coach, and we're here also with now you got a golf scholarship. You've got you guys are runners up. You were kind of the team leader. You were boisterous there coming off the approach. So is this better than a golf scholarship to Chadron State?
Yeah, it is.
Well, we don't want to make anybody mad at Chadron State. Now, you guys were runners up last year. You guys have been back here several times. Tell us a little bit about the wide range of players you got on your team. You've got some young ones. You've got some older seniors and juniors and all that stuff. Whose job is it to keep everybody fired up and going, in a tight competition like this?
Well, it's a team atmosphere, so we all try to keep each other up. It's my job, ultimately, to make sure they're settled down and they're doing what they need to do. But it's a team. It's a team atmosphere. They're a good group. Got some youngins and some old ones.
Well, congratulations to Shayla and Coach Yvonne. Larry, your Class B Lady State Champions, the Cat Dogs.
So congratulations to Scottsbluff Gering. The Cat Dogs are the state champs. Now for the trophy presentations, let's go to our public address announcer.
Let's have another round of applause for all the participants in today's state championship match. And now for your trophy and medals presentation. First, the 2010 Girls Class B State Runner-Up Blair Bears. Assistant Coach Michaela Radke and Head Coach Tom Fisher. Kim Larson. Brittany Corbin. Paige Bolton. Lissa McKeel. Josh Villafranca. Kadisha Childs. Presley Sternberg. Congratulations on a great season, and here's your runner-up trophy. Now for your girls Class B 2010 state champion, Scottsbluff Gering Cat Dogs. Assistant coach Bill Sinner and head coach Yvonne Stitch. Shayla Sinner. Chelsea Fry. Sarah Kling. Kelsey Imfield. Amber Satter. Liz Lamitri. Kendra Lamitri. Congratulations, ladies, and here is your 2010 Nebraska State Championship trophy.
Well, congratulations to the Scottsbluff Gering Cat Dogs, your state champions in girls Class B. So 2 matches down to the girls this morning. Alma wins it in 3 straight. Scottsbluff Gering wins it in 3 straight. Come back and let's find out what happens in Class A as Grand Island takes on Lincoln Southeast for the Class A title.